Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. I can't wait to hear that in the credits. I think I literally have not heard that song since like it came out. The computer's kind of slow. Just getting slower anyway. Hey, the stream health is nice. That's good. I hope it stays like that for the rest of the stream. Every day, I can be with you. Hi, bruh. Welcome to the stream. I want to show the like computer thing because I discovered it. I discovered it I think after I turned the stream off. So I want to show that off. So there's an exit DLC button because that's where like all the computer stuff is at. Then it says return to the desktop. I clicked it just kind of like I didn't really question it and I just clicked it instinctively. I thought maybe I don't know it would bring me to like the title screen or like a title screen before the title screen or something. No, it brings you to this desktop. And you can do something, you can look at like the music, which is cool. I have all this. Oh, do they have more vocal songs? That's cool if they do. Ohio, Sayori. It's a banger. I also looked at the trophies. There's a trophy for listening to music for like 20 minutes and I fucking love this game soundtrack, so I will be doing that. Some pictures. I hope there's no like spoiler stuff in here. Okay, there's a Siri. Oh, okay, so you can view like all the poems and stuff too, and all the CG. Oh yeah, so if I remember correctly, in the first game, if you like get all of these CG stuff, then you can unlock the secret ending. Oh, you can look at backgrounds too. That's cool. Oh. Okay, I'll look at the mail. No new mail. Files. Oh yeah. So, okay, here's the file stuff. Like, it's not as cool as in the original. Because it's like, obviously, now it's kind of spoiling that this is going to be important. Oh yeah, look, she's gone. No. And this is also where the side stories are at, so I'll do like a third stream that includes that. Anyway, for now, let's get right into the horror. I don't know if this will take as long as the first half of the game, but let's see. Okay, it is working. Hey, I started a new game. Uh-oh. Oh, I need to remember the voices I did for everyone. So Yuri was like, my name is Yuri. I'm Natsuki. I'm Monica. I'm Sayori. Okay, yeah. So this is... I'm getting a warning for the stream health, so I hope I can keep it on 720p. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and then catch up to me. Ah! Hello! Oh no! It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I have always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games on anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Deku? Oh my god. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other well. Well, we really talked. But we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Awooga! Hey, Deku. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Oh, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Deku, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time, you're more important. Sugoi! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. No cupcakes this time? I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me! Ah, what was that? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Well, anyway, welcome to the club, Deku. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Kawaii! So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So, I ran into Deku in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought in anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Deku? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new one. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes the school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before you graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Deku, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good idea of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own book of imagination, or your own lack of imagination, to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of Vice President after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Deku? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I'll bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have the other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Deku. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Deku? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Deku, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. I thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Deku, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class there, Monika, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. At that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. A poem time. A special poem? Stare at the spot to reveal a special message. Go, I stared at it and then I pressed X. I guess I'll... Okay. Okay, well, I'll say Ori's missing. I can't even pick her words. Bed went to Natsuki. I guess I'll go I'll also go for Yuri. I think she's probably my... Oh, Monika's my second favorite. So Yuri would be my third favorite. Sorry, Natsuki. At least her words are very easy. Oh, well that was a big word, so I just assumed it was Yuri. Hi again, Deku. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I'll at least keep my word. I'm taking a drink. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Deku. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. The music sounds so off, doesn't it? Wait. The background is rotating as well. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my god, I hate that. Making you dive headfirst into the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my god. This is so scary. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh my god. Have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into her seat. I'm sorry, Deku. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Excuse me. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? It just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh my god. That was horrifying. I love this game. Oh my god. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same bookshelf she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, her eyes. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. Oh, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's this story about anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I wonder if that's a real book. I'm gonna look that up. No, it's just giving me DLC stuff. I don't think it's a real book. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Deku? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy this kind of story, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. Then I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, Hold on. Oh, of course it doesn't show in the history. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Gosh. I wasn't expecting myself to be so jumpy at this game, but it is making me jumpy. Yes, I mean you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just read the book. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I'd put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I kind of want to, like, go to the stream and pause to see what she was saying, but I'll ignore it. I can do that later. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I didn't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead of I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and ours meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed that she finished this page before me, so I turned it by my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I can't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Deku? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, can't say I do. You worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. You just do this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Or Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a little while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. Should I show my poem to first? I still do Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh, Jesus Christ. Deku, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. It all starts somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'll like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. I'm sorry. Get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'd probably think it's stupid. Oh, this is the same poem as last time. I'm not gonna read it again. Yeah, if I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I guess Yuri's not back yet. Hi, Deku. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. She's always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Deku. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Great job, Deku. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She didn't really start for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. Still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Excuse me. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. I think it's the same poem. Wait. This is a different poem, I think. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try how it's so hard to make it perfect, but you'll never make any progress. Let's force ourselves to get something down onto paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Do I share with Yuri now? Yep. Hello? There we go. It wouldn't let me select it. I'm gonna assume that was an actual bug, and not like the game trying to freak me out, because I don't see how that would freak me out. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that their specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing for herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light. I must have already read the Monica one then. It didn't look familiar to me. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Oops. I accidentally tugged on the mic. Alright, that. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something very easy to digest, I suppose. You into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Deku. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep trying my best for you, Deku. Me too. Whew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. That is not the music. That is not the music. That's normal. I hate that. I think this is like, this has got to be like my second favorite horror game, right behind like Little Nightmares. There's, because I love psychological horror. Like, I don't like it in horror games when there's like a thing that chases you. And things like Five Nights at Freddy's, where it's just jump scares, are really basic, and like you get over them eventually. Although I do still really like the atmosphere of FNAF, but just an example. So something like psychological horror can like always be effective. I mean, I've seen this game, I know what happens. I still got affected by what happened at the end of part 1. And there's all these like jump scares and stuff that I know about and I have known about for years. They're still getting to me. And there's small things like when the like main melody was off key for just one bar. It's amazing. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did he completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I was as if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Deku did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I can come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Deku liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Deku appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Aren't you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I'd deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Yeah? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... Oh, I'm not reading that. Oh, sorry, bro. Someone came into my room. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Thinking of your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Oh. Migi, look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your middle age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after the graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You can kind of balance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Deku hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Deku, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Whoa. I mean, I guess I'm gonna pick Yuri. Oh, hi, Monica. Hey, Deku. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. You really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Haha. Some present I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if that makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. That was intense. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Deku, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. She keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer. I'm the president. I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Deku. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But, I was reading that. Didn't even finish. Oh, this game is just actually terrifying. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I guess I'll, oh yeah, okay. I'll continue with Yuri. Awesome! I have to pick that. Oh, that actually makes sense. No, Sayori! Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Deku. Ah, hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before.
and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy that you're considerate and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there was no way you could be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Deku, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? I just...
Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your... Whatever goes in your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
But...
I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kinda nice to hear since I was always afraid that you secretly hated me or something like that.
No, not at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm so sorry. There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I may not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano?
Wasn't where you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet.
Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed.
Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play for something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Deku. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. That's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika is referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet.
Deku, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club?
Yeah, definitely. I was planned on it anyway.
Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Mind if I make some tea first? I can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Is that how you say that word? Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Oh no. Oh, it's a... we left the music behind in the classroom. We gotta go back for it, guys. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be in the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale, like someone's sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? Reach the corner and peer around it. Oh no. Yeah. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Thank you. Do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Editing is fine. I didn't see anything in the hallway because time rewound. Very well. No, if this was released today, it would be like, oh my god, did I just rewind time? Did that just really happen? Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even though I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Excuse me. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed, I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Deku. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Deku, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can reach with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder what that is. It's most likely because my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since they'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until her shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri is always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch. Okay. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it then it might get smudges on the page. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. Like the lining is weird. I think there might have been a scary thing that happened there. No, wait. I think that just happens, okay? I don't think that's part of the horror. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. Take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. And put it in her mouth, not like floating in front of her. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Deku. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Deku. Suddenly Yuri forcefully grabs my arms and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Deku. My heart won't stop pounding, Deku. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Deku? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. If it even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, I hate this bit. I hate this bit. It's time to share poems. Fuck you, Yuri. I'm reading someone else's poem first. Yeah, just as I thought. Deku, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending at Yuri. It's obvious I care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Deku? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. Not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really feel like talking right now. Please go away. Oh no. Deku, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in of itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. The point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be too shy to spend a little more time with me. Put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Oh, this one... It's the same poem, but it's different. The colors, they won't bright be at colors flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop, violent grating is Sogeking, Arakedo, screech, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a table, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage, and of delete her. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to
well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for today. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Was that Monica that said please help me? Or is that maybe Sayori? Wait, maybe it is Sayori. Maybe Sayori's trying to break through. I never thought about that. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Deku, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick this up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. I'm so amazed to feel like I'm valued, Deku. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Deku? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? Okay, respectfully, I am not reading this because that is too long, and I find this font really, really hard to read just in general. Oh, I just realized there's stains on it. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Locked a special poem. Yes, special poem. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how it feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. That's okay, I think that's from Yuri, and is maybe Sayori. She said she won't do it again. I don't know. I don't have I want to like analyze this stuff, but I'll do it like a different time. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Deku joined, and we started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I only feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Deku? Oh come on. You can't take advantage of Deku to agree you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Deku joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Deku isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. That's everyone. Sorry, but you're really...
That's making me sad. That's not everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Deku want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're going against getting new members or anything. Deku, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a chance not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in a club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. Now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Deku, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would care if she cared herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Deku? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. See, guys, it's about the friends we made along the way. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. Her eye is bleeding, like it, because she popped earlier. Okay, so if it would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. But Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. Let's talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Deku? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Deku before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a bit hectic here lately, haven't they? Deku, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that, as president. And I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I only you could understand. Wait, not yet. No, stop it. Oh, did you spot that? I actually don't know if that's Monica or if that's Sayori seeping through. I want to see if I can spot it on the screen. I only just realized, like, I think that's Monica. Okay, well, I'm not gonna make that joke again. Judgment. I don't know, can you pick like only Monica words? I don't know what words would be Monica. Socks? Hey, that's my favorite word. Oh my god. What do, I shouldn't have picked that word. I also really like the like number out of it, like is like 1 trillion out of 10. Hi Deku, I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to. Ah, she was really late again. Consider it as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me. You always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling. What are you talking about? Say it not like I do it on a regular basis or something. Excuse me. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's kind of into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Well, Deku just walked in here too. Are you practicing piano again? Yep. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right, I forgot. About that, Natsuki, we were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did something about it yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I felt really threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm going to help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Deku, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Deku is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Riri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, kinda with a filter inside.
Can you hold this cup for a second?
Sure. Riri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and settles the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. This is the exact same thing that happened yesterday.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
Might as well walk with you.
Okay, you stay here, it won't take long.
Did you leave you again? This is the exact same thing that happened the previous day. So it won't take long, someone hung up on board, so I was over for. Yeah, and we're gonna see that she cut herself. I don't know if this is the game, or if it glitched, or like actually glitched out. That's the problem, like if this game has bugs, how am I supposed to tell? I'm gonna see her with cuts. Yeah, and then it rewinds. Oh my god! That scared me.
Wait, how did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right?
Okay, this is the game.
My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them, but expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Deku, is it just me, or has Monika been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say something before, because she's always listening, but finally we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke? I do like dives though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Monika's coming. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. That's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Deku. Now we don't need to be alone anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monika's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club, after all, in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And then we get the happy ending. Will you do that with me, Deku? Well... Oh god. Hi, Monika. Hey Monika, what's up? Don't say I didn't warn you, Deku. Oh, fuck off. No.
Okay, hello Natsuki, you're normal. I'm not gonna read another one of your Yuri suck-up poems. I'm still gonna make you read mine. There's a reason. I really wish I didn't have to do this. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. So read carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but it's been something I've been kind of worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to her therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. But she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. It's pretty like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Oh, is this the jump scare? I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Do you hear me, Deku? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay. Just Monica, you know? Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Deku, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Deku. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. Hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. Oh, no, I'm not reading that. Oh, I'm not reading that. Oh, God. You could have my poem, too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. I'm not reading that. I don't want to know what all those stains are. And, well, okay. Oh, God. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. I guess you couldn't tell. The poem is about... Oh, poorly, I downed it with my scent. I died of some tough person in the pub. I think I'm going to vomit. What do you mean, yes? Yeah, she probably is going to vomit. Can you hear me? No, but I can read you. What's up? Who was that? What was that? I don't like that. Was that Monica? I need to take a drink. Oh my god. This is intense. I feel like someone's trying to reach out, right? And it makes me... it's probably Sayori. Obviously Monica's trying to reach out as well. I think there's two people, right? Okay everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't mean to it. Stagnating here is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Not again! Look, can we just get this done? I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I wanna make cupcakes. Yeah, that. I'm glad we're on the same page. You can, well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I like to do. Can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm gonna make decorations, set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. That gives us all something to do. What about Deku? Deku's gonna help me. Wait, you had the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki.
Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like, you would fucking know. All you care about now is dragging Deku around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey! I didn't even do anything. Again, why not let Deku decide to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Deku make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Deku, I don't have fed up you are with these two by now. But you can just... Leslie, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. For God's sake. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? That's clever. I like that. In the original, you know, it's a computer game. So you use your mouse, and the mouse just slides up to Monica. But this is a clever way of, like, reworking that for console. I like that. Well, I picked Yuri. I like that they still gave you the choice to pick Yuri as well if you just go fast enough. That's so cool. Hey, you picked me! We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's why you chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all the work and then taking Deku for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. Being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable. Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Deku away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, wasn't that very hard? All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Uh-oh. This is the other moment. Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Deku. Yuri really is something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out of the door. Finally. Finally. This is all I really wanted, really. Deku, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. All day, just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I can imagine. I'm addicted to you. Feels like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you. But it feels so good. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Well, that's why I tried stopping myself at first. The feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Deku. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of my blood is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Deku, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I just want to... Oh, I'm not reading that. I want you all to myself. That will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Deku. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Okay, well... I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what I pick here. But in my head, I know if I reject her, she's gonna go mad. If I say yes, I'm probably gonna die. I can't accept that. I'm pretty sure, okay. I think it's just this gibberish while we stay on the screen of her, like, bed. For, like, the entire weekend. And,
I think it takes a while. But so I'll just talk. Like, I like this game. I think this is a very cool game. I said it earlier, it's like my second favorite horror game, right behind Little Nightmares 2. I'm therefore probably like my second favorite piece of horror media, just generally. Alongside behind Little Nightmares 2 and the Train to Busan movie, which I really liked. I just think it's so cool. It's even as just a basic visual novel, with these kind of elements of like depression, suicide, and all of that behind each of the characters, it makes them feel like actual characters and not just archetypes. And then of course it subverts your expectations and just like becomes a horror game, which is so cool. And it's a cool horror game. It's not really something you see much of, although, or at least at the time, maybe more things like have happened.